Hello and welcome to the Round Table. For Red Dirt DnD, I'm Michael Cross.
I'm Konnor Shenold.
Johnny Payne.
Carrie Hester.
I'm Brooke Bullock.
And I'm Ash King. This is my circus. These are my monkeys.
I thought we'd lost you there.
Yeah.
Pregnant pause.
Sorry, I'm over here in the realm of nightmare. Don't worry about me.
Ash was like, they actually went through it correctly.
They went through
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought it was just shock.
I got 3 times before I have to actually acknowledge they're doing it because I'll have to start over.
We had a little bit of practice before we started.
I need a couple.
recording.
This is true. The mic gremlins, as in microphone gremlins, were here just a few moments
But the
ago.
Michael Gremlin Slayer.
Yeah, the Gremlins.
He is a demigod of Foley,
Michael
ladies
saved
and
the
gentlemen.
Michael saved the mics by slaying the gremlins.
Gremlin Slayer. I love
We've
it.
lost it.
Big dorks, all
Yes.
of you.
Thank you.
I mean, we're all sitting around this table. We all have multiple sets of dice.
Listen, there's a
I'm over
difference.
here with grid paper.
You're practicing
I mean,
rolling
I
yours
think-
and putting away the bad ones.
No,
I
I'm
think other than
drafting.
Michael-
There are spicy boys and good boys, and I want the good
Okay.
boys.
Other than Michael, Carrie, you're the one with the largest set of dice.
Because I bring all of them all the time. Listen, I feel like Brooke and Johnny have a lot more dice at home. They just don't bring them all
This
the
is
time.
true.
That might be
This is literally
That might be
every.
Yeah.
That might be true.
Yeah.
This is every dice that I own, all in one bag, and I bring them every time.
I actually have 3 more sets that I have at home that I bought over at
Exactly.
Edmund Unplugged recently, but
Yeah.
I didn't bring those.
I have way
Point
And then we gotta get to my
proven.
World of Darkness dice.
I have to have those for plausible deniability. So, episodes 87 through 90.
Yeah.
There may be spoilers.
There may be spoilers if you haven't listened to it.
There will 100% be spoilers.
Yes, there will.
Depending on if we keep on topic.
I mean, there's always spoilers, whether the spoilers are for the podcast or for Back to the Future Part 3. We aren't sure yet. That's the thing.
It
Valid.
started out so nice. We were in the Temple of Thundercrack.
Oh,
We found some new stuff.
Brooke's best friend,
I know.
Brooks apparently got a job after this is all over.
or at least an internship.
He ain't getting paid for it, but he'll at least
He
be
gets
there.
paid an
Your
experience.
job is
Yes.
to stand in this room
And study.
And study, yeah.
and look at crystals.
Mokrin is 100% with that. He is like, that'll be awesome.
Wait till Mom finds out. Wait till Mom hears this.
We got to find out a little bit more about Star Roads, which I love this idea.
Yeah.
Finally, a way of getting around.
I love when Poppy says, like, roads to the stars or made of
We're
stars.
so close to unlocking fast travel.
As soon as we figure out the home symbol and lock the 7th chevron in place, we can go anywhere in Ratoya.
Lasers.
Lasers. That's too high tech. What we need instead are concentrated beams of light.
Mirrors.
Okay.
Then we actually did go zoom all the way back to the pillars, which is
Yay.
Zonimus's favorite place.
That's great.
Wait,
Bit
Let's
of
talk about
memory
that.
lanes.
you're missing the best part.
Oh, it's so bad that this is audio because people need to see that face.
Are we just not gonna discuss the Chihuahua?
Oh, did that actually happen?
That's 86.
That was before. That was.
Was it the last round table?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We need to talk about it again. It was Carrie's greatest plan.
You'll have to go back and just listen to the last roundtable when we talk
But
about
I do
it.
appreciate, so 86, as we're recording today, 86 dropped for the patrons.
Yep.
And Kimberly Cross, one of our great patrons and the love of Michael's life,
Yes.
sent me a message at 9 o'clock this morning of a gif of just a sad chihuahua. And it took me a minute to realize what she was talking about. And I said, cute, LOL. And she said, you made him.
Monster.
And my husband threw him. I just want everybody to be aware that the Chihuahua is okay. He would have turned back into a Boule in an hour anyway. He turned back into a Boule next to his wife, and they're going to raise their little Boule babies.
Oh, yeah.
He wasn't actually a Chihuahua. He was still a Boule.
He was just trapped in a Chihuahua's body for a little bit, just a few minutes.
But speaking of caring about canines, when we go to the pillars, just mark this as
there
a
you go, Brooke.
fantastic
That's a great
transition.
segue.
We had this encounter with these coyotes, and Michael, every time the party was hitting them, you were like, about after the third time, my heart started to just hurt a little bit for these poor, celestial guardians or whatever the neutral code for demonic celestial is.
Well, I take that back to when we went when you listen to Lord of the Rings, Fellowship of the Rings, when the cave troll comes in and they finally kill the cave troll. It gives this really sad, mournful note.
Peter Jackson's whole speech about the cave troll's mom waiting for it at home with a blanket and a cup of warm milk, and I'm just like, that gets me every single time, Pete.
Yeah, and it does. So I wanted to kind of get that too, that sad feeling of the coyotes being hit, but. Yeah. The problem is you guys don't get to hear that before.
You don't warn. I know there are surprises for us too, ladies and gentlemen. So.
Yes. So you don't realize that you're basically.
I'm sure they're fine.
They're
probably still alive. They probably went
Their
back.
coyote daddy
They're
healed them
divine,
up.
celestial,
They didn't
Right.
Yeah.
They just go back to their plane of existence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're probably hanging out, with.
They're on a nice farm somewhere.
They're on upstate New York.
That is something Coyote would tell us.
Yeah.
Sneaky Coyote would
You know how
say.
it actually played out since it was Coyote? He went somewhere and picked up a couple of strangers and said, I'm going to turn you into coyotes, and the only way to save yourself is to fight these other people.
That's
And
a
then threw
little
them in front of
dark.
us.
That's your headcanon.
That's my
That's a little dark.
Well, it's Coyote.
I would be more at.
About your hang-ups.
All of us think Coyote is as
I'm in
evil as
therapy
you
for
think he
this.
is.
It's okay.
It was great. I did go, in the second listen, sometimes you catch things, and I did notice that our tunnel out of there was 10 feet wide. So we could have taken the cart out.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But now it probably narrowed at some point because indeed earlier, episode 40 or whatever it was, we couldn't bring the horses all the way in.
Yeah.
So we would have run into trouble at some point, but somebody has to go and ask for help.
Somebody.
I know. I think we
Had to
could have
say.
found a way to.
Listen, here's what I'm
I
going to
just
say
watched
right
Zonomus
now.
go through HE double hockey sticks because
Ash
of you. Could you
wants
do me a favor?
this to happen. It would have happened. You just want someone to pin it on.
Yeah.
100%.
And I'm adorable. How dare you?
And I'm adorable.
I am offended.
You can't go asking the gods for things without lots and lots of words
To
and
be
contracts
fair-
and riders.
To be fair,
I ask my goddess for
fair.
stuff all the time, and she just gives it to me.
To be fair,
To be fair.
Poppy has never had a one-on-one actual conversation with She Who Weeps. It's just
It's
been,
been
like
a
a one-way.
metaphor of
It's-
rain.
She just gives me feelings.
Yes.
She just gives me feelings.
Like feelings in the rain.
Okay, because I know, Ash, you're busy and you're doing stuff right now, but
I'm very busy.
I gotta ask about was this where you wanted us to be?
Yeah.
Always, Mike.
Okay. Because the Domain of Dread, and I know that they've been talking about it since we were doing it on A&M Talk D&D about wanting to add in the Domain of Dread in Ratoya or in
Been vibrating.
right, and so we're there now. After Kiri or Poppy's ask that we go there immediately.
That is not what I asked.
Could you please send us to the
I
Domain of
asked-
Dread so that we can actually fight these horrible things?
Coyote,
said-
we're on a timeline. Could you screw it up for us, please?
Yes, always, gladly. Let's do it.
Oh, now it's sad.
No, now
Kiri,
it's
don't be
sad.
sad.
She's got her head down. No.
Someone
This
cue
is
up the
this
sad
is this is
Incredible
the
Hulk
this is
walking
the
away thing.
banter of people that
We're just giving you a hard
They're
time.
picking on me. It's
You're so adorable that we have to give you a hard time to compensate for our lack of
the
adorableness.
This
Poppy
is
fan
mostly
club
true.
to rise up and defend me.
There she goes.
I'm sure they will.
Insert my Braveheart music here. How dare they speak of me this way? I have done nothing but save them again and again.
They will take my lives, but they'll never take my adorableness.
now I just see hundreds of thousands of Merry and Pippins throwing rocks. That's
Yes.
I will say my favorite thing is that in this kind of talking about Poppy is talking too much, Zonomus pulls his bandana up over his face to get Poppy to shut up. But she just is like, oh, you just don't want me to breathe in the sand. Okay. And she... because we're in the whirlpool of sand as we're going down.
I'm just looking out for you, kiddo.
And so Poppy pulls it up. She puts her shirt over her wildfire. She's like, don't breathe the sand. Zonomus says it's bad.
Meanwhile, we're just doing the whole bathtub drain thing, and poor Poppy's like, "Thank you very much, Mr. Coyote."
I was trying to make it so that if we died in this, we could die in peace. Okay, someone else is trying to get picked on.
Yes, please.
Konnor Whittaker.
So, Konnor.
Yeah.
No, go on.
No, Gaz.
Yes.
Listen. Sure, let's rush in for this kid. I'm just saying, there's a lot of. I was hard for me to tell if it was like if Gaz has some kind of backstory. We all figure Gaz has some kind of backstory with a kid, and or is it Gideon leftovers? That was my.
That's true. No, Gaz is, if he hears somebody in trouble, he's going to immediately rush in.
100%, because there's experience points in there.
That well. Yeah.
He says, even though this entire campaign has always used milestones.
What?
But Gaz is new to this. He doesn't know that. He's still trying to collect experience
He'll
points.
take that ding however he can get that ding.
I got level 0 through 8. I'll buy you experience points. I don't know what.
You were going to say something heartfelt and intelligent.
No,
Go
I did.
ahead.
Oh no, it's just I think that Gaz goes in and tries to rescue everybody. It's and also it's two-part. It's one, go in and rescue everybody. Two, don't put the rest of your party in danger.
Yes.
So go in. It's like when we were facing the Boulay, and he says, "Do you think you could take one of them?" Yes, I can take them. I can take them now.
I can take them both.
And that's just kind of how he is.
Yeah.
He's immediately running into danger because also, let's face it, Gaz can take several hits before he goes down.
For sure.
And so even if he had run in and there had been immediate danger, it would give you guys would have time to catch up. There's not that problem.
Do you think that's something he developed at home with the moms, or was that kind of an attitude that as he experienced life in the wild and quote-unquote became tougher? More experienced.
I think that's just an orc way of doing things.
Yeah.
You just go in, and if you you go in where you run into danger. That's
Step
not
number 1,
Yeah.
find danger. Step number 2, run directly into it. Step number 3, figure it out later.
I think after Gaz joined
Step 3,
us,
profit.
there's now a bumper sticker on the cart that says "You only YOLO once."
Jenkins.
he's going to Leroy Jenkins all over the place.
Oh no!
Oh boy.
So we're about 12 and a half minutes now. We're getting ready to close it up here for the first part of our roundtable here on the podcast feed. But the rest of it will be on, the full one will be on patreon.com/Red Dirt DnD. Become a patron member. Once you do become a patron member, you get early access to our shows. You get access to our Discord server. It's a lot of fun. And you get a little bit more of this. We're going to talk a little bit more about this kid that we found. We're going to talk more about our adventures in the Domain of Dread.
A couple of failed wisdom saves
Yeah.
that really pushed the story.
And a couple of successful wisdom
This
saves.
is true.
And Brooks' episode of Hi, I'm Mokrin Stoneshaper. Welcome to Jackass.
Yeah.
Which I do have to say, I did not see that one coming.
Nobody did.
Honestly, neither did I till it came out of my mouth. And then I'm like, wait a minute.
So we have patron questions to answer. One of the questions is, what's something that you've done that's just even shocked yourself? So go join Patreon, come back and listen to the rest of the hour.
We do have patron questions, so become a patron right now. Again, patreon.com/Red Dirt DnD. Also, other things to follow on from Red Dirt DnD. We have our YouTube page, which now has Secrets of Monster Island. We have our Twitch page, which has A&M Talk D&D and Plausible Deniability. Woohoo! Plausible Deniability, very quickly, Johnny, while we got everybody, it might change.
In a couple of episodes, we're going to give it 2 more episodes, and we're going to move over to live streaming from YouTube, and it will live there going forward.
Still on the Red Dirt D&D YouTube page.
100%.
Yep, still on the same schedule, everything, and it'll be a more amazing show with lights and sound and things that blink and stuff that goes ding.
Yay.
Maybe from your side. I don't know.
For everybody's side.
So, so you're going to set off the alarm boards again and
Yes.
just be like,
I'm going to roll my face around the keyboard.
shut down all the garbage smashers on the detention
Right.
level.
But it'll be the exact same content you're seeing, live chat, interact with us, give us a hard time, make fun of us.
Yeah, so keep a lookout for that. And of course, if you just go over to YouTube page, subscribe to our page, you'll get alerted every time that we go live.
Ring that bell and you'll know when we're on.
It'll be wonderful. Fantastic. So that's going to do it for us right now. And in the meantime, we're going to go to the full version of full version of the roundtable for our patrons right now.
Awesome.